Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about how to mount one of these power supplies from CIOKS onto a Temple Audio pedalboard. In 2016 we have updated actually all our models to be compatible with these pedalboards, and that meant that we have either added or replaced some of these mounting holes below the power supply. If we take our very popular DC10 here, you have to look for version 1.2, which is the first one to be compatible with these boards. If you want to mount it either on top or below, I will show it how to do it below the pedalboard, which is the most normal way of doing it. You have to remove the rubber feet, and actually you have a set of holes, which are these three, which will be matching the grid of the pedalboard. With the power supply, you will get a little zip bag which contains some hardware, and what you're looking for are these three screws here, which usually are used to mount the bracket in pedal train mounting, but these are the same screws you have to use to mount the DC10 or one of the others below the pedal board. You find a nice spot for it and simply look where the holes in the power supply are aligning with the grid of the pedal board. Then use the three screws. Here we go. Use the key to tighten the screws. And there you have it. This is it. Very easy. Now, I didn't do any consideration in terms of placing the power supplies, which you of course should do. And in this way, when you mount it flush with the bottom surface of this pedal board, you won't be able to access this area which is occupied by the power supply. So it won't be possible to mount any pedals just on top of it. But this can be done by getting some of these standoffs we also offer. They look like this. These are the same height as the finger screw. So these are these hex standoffs. And for the DC10 you need 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4 for this one. And 4 for this one. For the Link series, these standoffs are included, the same with power factor 2. For these power supplies, what we call the professional range, which is not the Link range, you have to buy these standoffs separately. If you can live with the fact that you can't have any of these finger screws below or just at the area where you have the power supply, you don't need to order these standoffs separately. But if you want to place a pedal exactly here, you need these standoffs. So, when you have ordered a separate set of these standoffs, you use these and screw them into the power supply. And now you're able to place the power supply with a bit of distance from the button. Be careful not to place it too close to this edge, because then you won't have the clearance from the feet to the bottom of the power supply. So you have to have it further this way. And in the same way as we did without the standoffs, you're using the same 3 screws to attach the power supply. But before you do this, you have to remember your pedal. So if you have a pedal here, which is attached to this, you can have it right here. So say you have a pedal right here. With these standoffs, it gives you the possibility to place the power supply right here. Okay, so here you see the power supply is mounted below. There's a little bit of spacing, is actually 8 millimeters, which gives you enough space to have the finger screws someplace in between the power supply and this surface. And the same procedure should be used to mount either the chocolate, the AC10, the Pussy Power, the DC8, or the most popular DC10 power supply. In terms of mains power cord, you should leave a little bit of space here so you can access the entrance of the power. And this is actually maybe not enough, or just enough so you could, yeah. This is fine. But actually, if you are unplugging and plugging this cord quite often, I recommend maybe to move the power supply a little bit further this way. So those versions which are compatible with Templeboards, for DC10 it's 1.2, and the same goes for the AC10, which is also 1.2, and the Pussy Power is also 1.2. The DC8 version compatible with Templeboards is 1.1, and the chocolate is 1.1. When mounting the DC10 or one of the other power supplies from the professional range, you have to take into consideration that all the settings are on the back. So either you set it once and you have it for good, and then you can mount it quite close to the back side of the pedal board, or you should leave a little bit of space so you actually can access those switches in the back, or the switch which selects the mains voltage. So this is something that you should consider before mounting, and also so you don't get too close to this edge, because then you don't get clearance from the floor. And this is especially when you use these standoffs for mounting. So a placement someplace like here is maybe good.